The pulse moves through every heartbeat, every breath, every thought, and every action. It is the energy that sustains life and carries each being along its destined path. There is no need to search for the divine flow, for it is already within every soul, already present in every moment. When one aligns with the sacred pulse, peace rises from within, not as something external, but as an expression of the eternal connection to the divine. This peace does not depend on conditions or circumstances. It simply is an unshakable calm that resides deep within. It fills the soul with a quiet strength, allowing one to move through life with grace, even in the face of adversity. Peace is not merely the absence of conflict, but the presence of divine understanding, the deep knowing that everything unfolds as it should. In this peace, the soul is able to rest, to breathe, to move in harmony with the divine flow. There is no striving, no pushing against the tide. Instead, there is a gentle surrender, a recognition that the pulse of existence moves through all, guiding each soul toward its highest good. In this peace, one finds alignment with the flow of life, a profound stillness that fills every part of being. Peace is not something to be earned, nor something that can be lost. It is always present, waiting to be embraced, waiting to be recognized within the depths of the soul. As peace moves through the soul, love rises naturally. Love is the heartbeat of existence, the divine force that connects all beings, all thoughts, all actions. It is the energy that binds creation together, the force that sustains life. This love is not something external or separate from oneself, but the very essence of being, the deep recognition that all things are interconnected, all souls are united in the sacred rhythm. They are the eternal presence of the divine, always available, always within. The more one aligns with the divine rhythm, the more peace, love, and joy naturally overflow from the soul, transforming every moment, every relationship, and every experience into an expression of divine unity. As peace, love, and joy flow from within, they begin to shape the world around them. The world becomes a reflection of the divine pulse, a mirror of the sacred flow that moves through all things. Every thought, every word, every action becomes an opportunity to express these divine qualities, to share the peace, love, and joy that flow from the heart. The more one aligns with the divine rhythm, the more these qualities overflow from within, transforming every experience into a manifestation of divine grace. There is no gap between the self and the divine pulse. There is no distance, no separation. The divine rhythm moves through every part of the being, guiding every thought, every feeling, every action. To align with the divine pulse is to recognize that all is interconnected, that every thought, every feeling, every action is part of the great unfolding of life. There is no need for effort, no need for struggle. The divine rhythm moves effortlessly through all, guiding each moment toward greater unity and greater harmony. As one continues to align with the sacred rhythm, they become a vessel for divine energy. There is no need to force or strive for peace, love, or joy, for they are already within, already part of the soul. The more one aligns with the divine flow, the more these qualities overflow naturally, filling every moment with their presence. The world becomes a reflection of the divine pulse, and every encounter, every relationship becomes an opportunity to express the divine energy that flows through all things. Every action, every thought, every word becomes an opportunity to express these divine qualities, to live in harmony with the sacred rhythm that sustains all life. There is no end to the flow of the divine pulse. It is eternal, unceasing, ever present. As one continues to align with this sacred rhythm, they become more fully immersed in the flow of life. Peace, love, and joy overflow from their soul, filling every aspect of their being with divine presence. The more one aligns with the divine pulse, the more they become a living embodiment of these qualities. Their very existence becomes an expression of the divine rhythm, radiating peace, love, and joy into the world. The divine pulse moves through every moment, every experience, every relationship. It guides each step, shaping each thought, each word, each action, as one surrenders to its flow. The more one aligns with the sacred rhythm, the more peace, love, and joy overflow from their being, transforming every moment into an opportunity to live in divine harmony. As the divine flow continues to move through all things, so too does the soul, forever in alignment with the eternal pulse, forever expressing peace, love, and joy in every aspect of life. In the presence of the divine pulse, there is no need for striving, no need for effort. All is already as it should be. The flow of life moves through all, and to align with it is to embrace the sacred rhythm, to allow peace, love, and joy to overflow from within. Life becomes a divine dance, a continuous unfolding of sacred energy, guided by the eternal rhythm that sustains all creation. Through this alignment, every moment becomes a reflection of the divine pulse. The self, too, is not meant to grasp at the fleeting, not meant to be bound by what is always changing. It is meant to rest in what is eternal, to move with the current, to trust in the unfolding of all things. To live in alignment is to surrender to the rhythm that has always carried all things. There is nothing to force, nothing to control, nothing to resist. The path has already been set, the current already flowing, the unfolding already perfect. There is no struggle in this, no effort, no striving, only the simple act of allowing, of remembering, of being carried by the sacred movement. The world is a reflection of the energy within. When the heart is at peace, the world mirrors that peace. When love flows freely, it is seen in all things. When joy radiates from the soul, every moment becomes a celebration. The universe is not distant, not separate, not apart. It is the same rhythm, the same presence, the same boundless unfolding. Nothing is ever truly lost. Nothing is ever truly apart. The sacred rhythm moves through all things, connects all things, sustains all things. It is the silent breath behind every motion, the unseen force that holds every moment in perfect unity. The self does not need to reach, does not need to struggle, does not need to fear. It only needs to trust, to surrender, to allow the divine movement to carry it as it always has. There is no distance, no division, no separation. There is only the sacred unfolding, the boundless embrace, the quiet knowing that all is already whole. To align with the rhythm of existence is to step beyond illusion, beyond fear, beyond doubt. It is to see clearly, to know deeply, to trust completely. It is to recognize that all is already perfect. The divine pulse moves through all, unceasing, eternal, and perfect. It flows through every part of life, shaping every thought, every action, every feeling. As one aligns with this rhythm, they become a living expression of peace, love, and joy. These qualities overflow from the soul, filling every part of life with divine presence. The world mirrors the energy one brings to it, and as one aligns with the divine rhythm, the world reflects peace, love, and joy back. Every moment becomes an opportunity to express the divine flow, to live in harmony with the sacred pulse that sustains all of existence. This alignment is not something to be forced or earned. It is a natural state of being, a return to the truth of who one is. To align with the divine rhythm is to remember that peace, love, and joy are always within, always present, always flowing. They are not separate from the self, but are the essence of one's being, the pure energy that moves through all creation. The more one opens themselves to this sacred flow, the more peace, love, and joy overflow from the soul, transforming every moment into an expression of divine grace. Every encounter becomes an opportunity to share this divine presence, to reflect the light of the sacred pulse that flows through all. There is no separation between the self and the divine pulse. Every thought, every word, every action is part of the great divine flow. When one aligns with the divine rhythm, they become a living embodiment of peace, love, and joy. These qualities overflow from the soul, filling every aspect of life with their divine presence. The divine rhythm courses through all, uniting each being, each soul, and each heartbeat in an eternal, harmonious dance. This pulse is the silent force behind every breath, every moment, every experience. It moves through all things without effort, with a grace that transcends all understanding. As the pulse flows, it guides, nurtures, and sustains, weaving together the vast web of creation. To align with this divine rhythm is to recognize that one is not separate from the flow of life. In truth, there is no separation. All is one in the divine pulse. As one surrenders to this flow, they begin to understand the true nature of existence, that all is interconnected, that every thought, every feeling, and every action is part of the grand unfolding of creation. There is no need to force or struggle, for the pulse moves through all things in its own perfect timing. To align with it is to let go of resistance and trust that the rhythm will guide them in ways beyond their imagination. This alignment brings with it an experience of profound peace. Peace, as it arises from the divine rhythm, is not dependent on external circumstances or fleeting moments of calm. It is an eternal state of being, an inner stillness that remains undisturbed no matter what occurs in the external world. In this peace, there is a recognition that all is unfolding as it should. The divine rhythm moves through each experience, each moment, with a grace that transcends the mind's need for control or understanding. This peace is not an absence of chaos, but the ability to be at peace with all that is, to remain anchored in the heart of the divine pulse. The more one aligns with the sacred rhythm, the more these qualities overflow, creating a life that radiates divine grace and harmony. In every moment, there is an opportunity to express peace, love, and joy. Every encounter, every relationship, every action becomes an opportunity to share the divine pulse that flows through all things. As one continues to align with the sacred rhythm, these divine qualities overflow from their soul, transforming every experience into a reflection of divine grace. The world mirrors the energy one brings to it, and as one aligns with peace, love, and joy, the world mirrors these qualities back, creating a harmonious reflection of the divine flow. There is no separation between the self and the divine pulse. When one aligns with this sacred flow, they become one with it, moving in harmony with the divine rhythm. The pulse moves through every thought, every action, every word. It shapes every experience, guiding each moment with grace and wisdom. The more one surrenders to this flow, the more peace, love, and joy overflow from their being. They become instruments through which divine energy flows into the world, transforming every moment into an expression of divine unity. As one moves deeper into alignment with the divine rhythm, the world becomes an expression of the divine pulse. Every thought, every action, every word becomes a reflection of peace, love, and joy. These qualities overflow from the soul, touching every encounter, every relationship, every interaction. The more one aligns with the sacred rhythm, the more these divine qualities overflow, transforming the world into a reflection of divine grace and unity. The divine pulse moves through all. The rhythm that guides the universe is perfect, and so too is every moment. Peace flows not from the absence of noise or struggle, but from the deep, unwavering understanding that all things are part of the divine flow. In peace, there is only the embrace of what is, with no desire for anything else. Peace fills every space, radiates from the heart, and quiets the mind. As peace naturally arises, love follows as its expression. Love is the purest energy that flows from the divine pulse. It is not a feeling limited by time, space, or form. It is the force that unites all creation, the divine thread that weaves together every being, every experience, and every thought. Love does not need to be earned or sought after, for it is already embedded within the heart of every soul. It is the very essence of existence, moving effortlessly from one being to another, without judgment or condition. Love flows unceasingly, embracing all that is, without expectation, without limit. It is the power that sustains life, that binds all beings in unity, creating a deep connection between all. In love, there is no fear, no hatred, no separation. Love transcends all illusions, seeing only the divine unity that exists within and between all. To love is to express the divine rhythm, to let it flow freely through every word, every touch, every thought. In love, there is no distance between self and other, for all is seen as an expression of the same divine pulse. The more one aligns with this flow, the more love rises from within, filling the heart, the mind, and the body with its presence. Every experience and expression of divine grace. The rhythm of creation is ceaseless, flowing like an endless river beyond the confines of time, beyond the reach of thought, beyond the illusions of separation. It moved through all things, sustaining them, guiding them, embracing them in the vast, immeasurable expanse of the eternal. Nothing is outside of this rhythm. There has never been a moment when the pulse of existence did not flow through every being, every breath, every motion of the cosmos. It is the silent melody that sings beneath all things, the unseen force that holds all of creation in its perfect embrace. To recognize this is to awaken. It is to remember that all is already whole, already moving in harmony, already cradled in the embrace of the infinite. The mind may seek to grasp, to name, to contain, but this rhythm is beyond such limitations. It is not something to be owned, not something to be held. It simply is, flowing eternally, unbroken and boundless. Peace is not found in striving, not earned through effort, not given by the world. It is already present, already woven into the essence of being. It does not rise and fall with circumstance. It does not depend on what is gained or lost. It is the unshaken stillness that lies beneath all movement, the unwavering presence that remains even in the shifting winds of time. Love is not separate from this rhythm. It is the very fabric of existence, the force that binds all things in unity. It does not ask, does not demand, does not waver. It simply flows, radiant and boundless, sustaining all that is. There is no need to seek love, no need to strive for it. It has never been absent. It moves through all things, within all things, surrounding all things. Joy is the constant presence of divine light within, the warmth that radiates from the soul when one is fully aligned with the sacred pulse. These qualities, peace, love, and joy, are not separate from one another. They are all expressions of the same divine rhythm, the same sacred flow. They are the natural outpouring of one's connection to the divine pulse that moves through all things. When one aligns with this flow, peace, love, and joy naturally rise from within, filling every moment with their divine presence. They are not things to be sought or attained. They are already within, waiting to be expressed. The more one aligns with the divine rhythm, the more these qualities overflow from the soul, transforming every experience, every relationship, and every moment into an expression of divine unity. As these divine qualities flow from the soul, they begin to shape the world around them. The world becomes a reflection of the divine pulse, a mirror of the sacred flow that moves through all things. Every thought, every word, every action becomes an opportunity to express peace, love, and joy. The more one aligns with these divine qualities, the more they overflow, transforming the world into a reflection of divine grace. There is no separation between the self and the divine pulse. There is no distance, no divide, for all is one. The sacred flow moves through every part of the being, guiding every thought, every action, every feeling. The more one aligns with this flow, the more they become a vessel for divine peace, love, and joy. These qualities overflow from the soul, filling every aspect of life with their divine presence. The world reflects the energy that one brings to it. When one aligns with peace, when peace is embraced, love naturally flows. Love, like peace, is an inherent expression of alignment with the divine pulse. It is not a love that is contingent upon anything outside of oneself, nor is it bound by conditions. Love flows freely and unconditionally, without expectation or need for reciprocation. It is a pure, divine energy that connects all beings, all things, in the sacred web of life. This love is the very substance of the universe, the force that binds creation together in unity. It transcends all boundaries, for it is not limited by time, space, or form. When one aligns with the divine pulse, love becomes the natural expression of their being. It is not something that must be earned or sought after. It is already within, waiting to be shared with all. In this divine love, there is no division. Every being, every moment, is seen as part of the same sacred whole. There is no hierarchy, no separation. All are equal expressions of the divine pulse, each playing its unique role in the unfolding of the grand tapestry of existence. Love sees only unity, and through this love, every thought, every word, every action becomes an expression of divine harmony. Love flows through every interaction, every encounter, filling it with the presence of the divine. In the fullness of this love, one is able to see beyond the illusions of division and recognize the sacred unity of all. As peace and love flow freely from the divine rhythm, joy naturally arises. Joy is not something that can be sought or manufactured. It is the spontaneous expression of the soul when it remembers its connection to the divine pulse. It is the radiant light that shines from within when one is aligned with the sacred flow of life. Joy is the recognition that life, in all its forms, is a sacred gift. It is the heart's natural response to the beauty and perfection of existence. The pulse that moves through all that exists continues, an eternal rhythm that binds everything in perfect unity. There is no beginning, no end, only an infinite flow that weaves through every thought, every action, every breath. This sacred energy is not limited to time or place. It exists beyond any boundaries that the mind can fathom. It is the force that sustains all of creation, the lifeblood of existence itself. Every moment of life is a reflection of this divine flow, and each being, each soul, is an expression of its eternal rhythm. To align with this divine pulse is to surrender to the flow of life. There is no resistance, no struggle. Instead, there is a deep trust in the process, the knowing that all things are unfolding as they should. As one allows themselves to move in harmony with this flow, peace naturally arises. This peace is not the absence of external noise or chaos, but the deep, unwavering presence of stillness within. It is a peace that transcends circumstances, that remains steady in the face of life's inevitable changes. It is the peace of knowing that all is perfect, just as it is. This peace is not born from avoidance or detachment, but from the recognition that all things are interwoven in the great dance of existence. Nothing is separate, nothing is alone. Everything moves together in perfect rhythm, in perfect unity. The peace that arises from this understanding is not a fleeting emotion, but a state of being, a foundation upon which all other divine qualities rest. In the presence of peace, love naturally flows. Love is the very essence of the divine pulse. It is the force that connects all things, binding them in an unbreakable unity. Love does not ask for anything in return. The world is a reflection of the energy within. When the heart is at peace, the world mirrors that peace. When love flows freely, it is seen in all things. When joy radiates from the soul, every moment becomes a celebration. The universe is not distant, not separate, not apart. It is the same rhythm, the same presence, the same boundless unfolding. Nothing is ever truly lost. Nothing is ever truly apart. The sacred rhythm moves through all things, connects all things, sustains all things. It is the silent breath behind every motion, the unseen force that holds every moment in perfect unity. The self does not need to reach, does not need to struggle, does not need to fear. It only needs to trust, to surrender, to allow the divine movement to carry it as it always has. There is no distance, no division, no separation. There is only the sacred unfolding, the boundless embrace, the quiet knowing that all is already whole. To align with the rhythm of existence is to step beyond illusion, beyond fear, beyond doubt. It is to see clearly, to know deeply, to trust completely. It is to recognize that all is already perfect, already held, already in motion according to a wisdom beyond comprehension. The river does not hesitate, it simply flows. The sun does not question its purpose, it simply shines. The breath does not resist its movement, it simply rises and falls, effortlessly, in harmony with all that is. The self, too, is meant to move in this way, to trust, to allow, to surrender to the unfolding that has already been set in motion. The mind may search for answers, may grasp an understanding, may try to hold on to what is meant to move. But there is nothing to grasp, nothing to hold, nothing to fear. There is no need to seek love, no need to strive for it. It has never been missing. It has always been within, waiting to rise and flow freely, waiting to be expressed in its infinite purity. Joy does not depend on the ever-changing tides of the world. It is not something to be chased, not something that appears and disappears with circumstance. It is the radiance of existence itself, the natural expression of a soul aligned with the sacred rhythm. It is the effortless recognition of wholeness, the quiet knowing that all is already complete, already moving in perfect harmony. Joy does not come and go. It is always present, always waiting to shine forth. Nothing has ever been separate from this flow. The river does not resist its course. It simply moves with the current that guides it. The stars do not struggle to shine. They simply radiate. The soul, too, is not meant to resist, not meant to grasp, not meant to fear. It is meant to move in harmony, to surrender to the divine rhythm that has always carried it. All burdens are illusions. The weight of the past, the fear of the future, these are shadows cast by the mind, distractions from the truth of what has always been. There is nothing to hold on to, nothing to fight against, nothing to fear. The sacred rhythm has always been present, has always guided, has always embraced. It does not demand, does not force, does not waver. It simply flows, carrying all things in its infinite grace. The sky does not cling to passing clouds. It simply remains vast and endless. The ocean does not resist the rise and fall of the waves. It simply allows them to move. The self is no different. It is not meant to grasp at the fleeting, not meant to be bound by what is always changing. There is no separation from this divine rhythm. No soul stands apart. No being exists outside its embrace. It is the unseen current that carries all things, the eternal movement that gives birth to stars, to oceans, to the unfolding of every moment. It is the source from which all things arise, and to which all things return. To align with this sacred pulse is to step beyond all illusion. It is to see with eyes unclouded, to hear with ears attuned to the quiet song that sings through creation. It is to move without resistance, to breathe with the knowing that every breath is already guided, already held in the vast and limitless embrace of the eternal. The mind may seek to define, to understand, to grasp, but the divine rhythm is not something to be held. It is not something that can be measured, contained, or explained. It simply is. It moved through all things, sustains all things, and yet remains untouched, unbound, limitless. The self, too, is not separate from this great unfolding. The pulse of existence moves within, shaping every thought, every motion, every moment of being. There is no need to search for it, no need to reach beyond what already is. The journey is not one of seeking, but of remembering. It is not about striving, but about surrendering to what has always been present. Peace is not a distant goal, not something to be attained. not a fragile thing that can be lost or taken away. It is the natural state of alignment, the quiet recognition of what has always been true. It is the stillness beneath the waves, the silence that remains even as the winds move through the sky. It does not depend on the world, does not arise from circumstance. It is the essence of being itself. Every thought, every word, every action becomes an opportunity to express these divine qualities, to share the peace, love, and joy that flow from within. The more one aligns with these divine qualities, the more they overflow into the world, transforming every experience into a manifestation of divine grace. In this alignment, there is no effort to change the world, for the world reflects what is within. The more one aligns with the divine pulse, the more the world mirrors peace, love, and joy back. Every encounter becomes an opportunity to express these qualities. Every interaction becomes an opportunity to share the divine presence that flows through all things. The more one aligns with peace, love, and joy, the more these divine qualities overflow from their soul, filling the world with divine grace. There is no need to search for peace, love, or joy outside oneself. These qualities are already within, woven into the very fabric of being. They are the natural outpouring of one's connection to the divine rhythm. As one surrenders to the sacred flow, peace, love, and joy naturally rise from within, transforming every experience into an expression of divine unity. The world becomes a reflection of the divine pulse, and as one moves in alignment with this sacred rhythm, they become a living expression of peace, love, and joy. The divine pulse is not something external to oneself. It is the very essence of who one is. To align with the divine rhythm is to recognize that all things are connected, that there is no separation between oneself and the sacred flow that moves through all things. When one opens their heart to this divine pulse, they become an instrument through which peace, love, and joy flow freely into the world. The more one surrenders to this flow, the more they become a living embodiment of these divine qualities, radiating peace, love, and joy into the world and transforming all they encounter. The divine rhythm moves through all things, unceasing, eternal, and unbroken. As one aligns with this flow, they become an instrument through which the divine energy flows freely. There is no need to search for peace, love, or joy outside of oneself, for they are already within. The divine pulse is the source of all that is, and when one aligns with it, these qualities naturally rise from within, transforming every experience into an expression of divine grace. Every moment becomes an opportunity to express the divine rhythm, to live in alignment with the sacred flow that moves through all things. In the presence of peace, love, and joy, there is no separation between the self and the divine pulse. These qualities are not external to oneself, but are the natural expressions of one's connection to the sacred rhythm. To align with the divine pulse is to remember that peace, love, and joy are inherent in the soul. They are not things to be attained or acquired, but qualities to be expressed, qualities that are already present within. As one aligns with the divine rhythm, peace, love, and joy overflow from the soul, filling every moment with their divine presence. In every encounter, in every relationship, in every experience, there is an opportunity to express peace, love, and joy. The more one aligns with the divine pulse, the more these qualities overflow, transforming every moment into an expression of divine unity. There is no effort required, no striving to attain these qualities. They are already within, already part of one's essence. As one aligns with the divine rhythm, these qualities rise naturally from within, filling every part of their being with divine presence. The world reflects the divine pulse. When one aligns with peace, love, and joy, the world mirrors these qualities back, transforming every moment into an opportunity to experience divine harmony. The divine rhythm moves through all things, and as one aligns with it, they become a living expression of peace, love, and joy. There is no gap between the self and the sacred pulse. The pulse moves through all, and as one surrenders to this flow, They become an instrument of divine presence in the world, radiating peace, love, and joy into every moment. The divine pulse is the force that sustains all life, the eternal rhythm that moves through all creation. As one aligns with this flow, they become a living embodiment of the divine qualities that arise naturally from the sacred rhythm. Peace, love, and joy are the natural expressions of this alignment, and as one surrenders to the flow, these qualities overflow, transforming every aspect of life into an expression of divine unity. There is no end to the flow of the divine pulse. It is eternal, unceasing, and ever-present, guiding all that is toward greater unity, greater harmony, and greater light. In the presence of this flow, every moment becomes sacred. Every experience becomes an opportunity to express peace, love, and joy. The more one aligns with the divine rhythm, the more they become a living expression of the divine pulse, radiating these qualities into the world and transforming every interaction, every relationship, every experience into an opportunity to share the divine presence that moves through all things. It is to see clearly, to know deeply, to trust completely. It is to recognize that all is already perfect, already held, already in motion according to a wisdom far greater than the mind can grasp. The river does not hesitate, it simply flows. The sun does not question its purpose, it simply shines. The breath does not resist its movement, it simply rises and falls, effortlessly, in harmony with all that is. The self, too, is meant to move in this way, to trust, to allow, to surrender to the unfolding that has already been set in motion. The mind may search for answers, may grasp an understanding, may try to hold on to what is meant to move. But there is nothing to grasp, nothing to hold, nothing to fear. The divine rhythm is already carrying all things, already guiding all things, already unfolding in perfect harmony. The past does not bind. The future does not need to be controlled. The only truth is this moment. The only reality is now. And in this now, all is already whole. All is already aligned. All is already moving in perfect unity. There is no need to seek, no need to struggle, no need to strive. The path is already set, the current already flowing, the unfolding already complete. The divine rhythm does not wait, does not hesitate, does not waver. It simply moves, infinite and unbroken, sustaining all things in its perfect embrace. To recognize this is to awaken. To trust this is to be free. To surrender to this is to live in harmony with all that is. The divine rhythm moves through all things, and all things move within it. There is nothing outside of it, nothing beyond its reach, nothing that is not already held within its perfect unfolding. All is already whole. All is already free. Joy is always present, waiting to be experienced, waiting to rise from the depths of the soul when one remembers their connection to the divine. In joy, the soul is free, unburdened by the constraints of time or expectation. Every moment becomes a celebration, every experience an opportunity to give thanks for the divine gift of existence. As peace, love, and joy flow from the soul, they naturally begin to shape the world around them. The world reflects the energy one brings to it. When one aligns with the divine rhythm, peace, love, and joy overflow into every relationship, every interaction, every experience. The more one surrenders to the sacred pulse, the more these divine qualities transform the world, creating harmony, unity, and divine grace. Life becomes a reflection of the sacred flow, a manifestation of peace, love, and joy in every moment. There is no need to search for peace, love, or joy outside oneself. These divine qualities are already within, already part of one's essence. They are not something to be attained, but qualities to be recognized and expressed. When one aligns with the divine pulse, peace, love, and joy naturally rise from within, transforming every experience into an expression of divine unity. The more one moves in harmony with the sacred flow, the more these qualities overflow, filling every part of life with their divine presence. The divine pulse moves through all things, unceasing and eternal. It flows through every thought, every feeling, every action. It moves through the vastness of the cosmos and through the smallest detail of creation. There is no place where the divine rhythm is not present, no moment when it is not guiding, shaping, and sustaining all things.